Let's go to our panel. Alexia Hilbertidou is with us, CEO of GirlBoss, and Tim Wilson, Maxim Institute Executive Director. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, it's great to be here.
Great to have you back. Great to see you both. Right, travelling during the war, we've spoken to, ad nauseum about this morning, but one of the things that they're invoking, these travel companies, is the war clause. Tim, I'm sure you would have encountered a bit of this in your day. What do you make of, I guess, the rules around it when you've got travel insurance?
Yeah. Look, I think it depends where you're going, right? You're probably not going to be that interested in a war clause if you're going to Fiji, but if you're going to the Middle East, probably so. But, things happen when you travel that you do not expect. I'm sure, Ryan, you would have been caught short on some of your trips, found yourself high and dry, and you go, oh, no, actually, he's looking thoughtful. No,
I don't think I've ever had an issue.
Well, in a lot of my work, I speak at international conferences, and I noticed even as early as mid last year, a lot of the large organisations were saying we're not going to fly you through the UAE, and we have to fly Singapore Airlines, and so that was right back. And many of these sort of global organisations have these sort of policies. So it'll be interesting how moving forward. My auntie's a travel agent, and she said that she's just got absolute chaos with all her clients all stuck across the globe. Really sad cases where people that have saved up their whole life for their dream cruise, now can't get to the port. So I think families separated. So I think this is something that we need to be really aware of when we're planning our trip. Where are those stopovers and how do we avoid them?
Yeah, good point.
My worst one, busing back from New Orleans while flat broke in 1987, Dallas-Fort Worth bus station, they stopped there because there was a blizzard. Camping out in the Dallas-Fort Worth bus station for 2.5 days. There were rumours, this is sleeping on those plastic seats that aren't really seats.
Oh no.
And there were rumours going through that the homeless guys down the block were going to raid the station because it was that damn cold. Finally, a businessman shows up and says, "Hi, I've been watching you on TV. I'm a Christian, so I feel like I should do something about this. Put us all up in a hotel." It was the best night's sleep.
So you were working. I mean, you weren't on TV as one of the homeless people.
No,
right, okay.
No, I was a schmuck travelling by bus in the United States, which is actually a good chain.
Right.
I could not believe it.
I thought you were saying you were like on some homeless ad or something.
Ryan's like, what the hell's going on?
Okay, no, that makes more sense.
Yep.
Right, the green investment, actually just really interesting talking to Peter from Yellowstone, Montana. Very cool and great claim to fame. But about investing in green investments. And I think this topic generally, all very well until the rubber hits the road, you know what I mean? And is it actually making money? And I think there comes a point where that kind of comes first, maybe? Alexia, what do you think?
Yeah, we're seeing that green investment has been increasing over the past 12 months. So I think there is that interest in it. But you're right, it needs to stack up in a number of ways. And we even see at GirlBoss, we run a program called GirlBoss Edge Sustainability, which we've run for a number of years, which gets young women into future-focused, productive, sustainable careers. And it was born out of the fact that we had thousands of our members saying, hey, I'm really passionate about sustainability. I want to do something. And then I was watching their journey, and they're going and studying these certain degrees and coming out the end of it and couldn't get a job. And so we created this program which was saying, hey, if you're passionate about sustainability, make sure you're putting your energy and focus into an area that there's actually you can actually do something about it.
It's useful.
Yes, because everyone wants to sort of march on the streets, but who wants to be the lines engineer that's actually going to build the electricity grid that's going to help decarbonise our nation?
Yes.
So, that was
Preach,
sort of
Wayne.
that was what was born out of that program, because we do need people to actually do the work so that we can have a more productive and more efficient economy.
Tim?
Yeah, I like the move away from government subsidy approach to climate issues, because the market's a great assessment of the real value of a proposition. If the government gets in and subsidises it, it's not true. So let's agree that that's an excellent development. I guess the question is, as you were saying, Ryan, will it wash its own face? And look, that's for the market to figure out. And we saw just recently that BlackRock Capital walked away from the New Zealand Climate Fund, just sneaked away quietly, because because maybe it didn't quite work. So again, let the market decide.
Hey, you know, prisoners and phone calls. I was quite surprised to read the story this morning in the Herald that said that they only get 5. Tim, you might actually know that. I mean, I'm assuming you've done reporting on this stuff before. Not because you've been in prison after you were arrested for being homeless.
Actually, I have been in prison. That's another story.
Oh, wow, that's an exciting story to drop.
Just spent the night in the cell.
Wow,
Right.
wow. But we saw that it was 30 minutes, prisoners said 30 minutes a day, 5 minutes a minimum.
5 minutes a week was the minimum.
Minimum, but in reality,
Minimum.
30 minutes a day.
was the
That's
correction.
loads.
And it used to be 3 hours, but in 2024 a day, 3 hours a day back in 2024, they dropped it to 30 minutes a day, which was a result of corrections saying people are hogging the phone for hours, 3 hours a day.
Half
And
an
so
hour's enough.
I think some of the issue too was that gang affiliated people were hogging the phones. And and I guess, look, I think it's important to connect prisoners to the outside world, phone calls to families, absolutely, to kids, etc. Super important, but the headline was 5 minutes a day. Correction says it's 30 minutes. A lawyer says, well, it's not quite 30 minutes. So what the hell is it? But it's not 5 minutes a day.
Yeah,
I've
5
been
minutes a
sucked-
week. They were saying 5
week,
minutes a
pardon
week
me,
when
yeah.
it's in reality, the minister said it's 30 minutes a day, and it's
Okay,
what?
I've been sucked in by a headline this morning. That's what's
Hey,
happened.
haven't we all, Ryan? We've all been there.
Yeah, well,
what's
that's the
happened.
minimum entitlement, but it's in reality, it tends to be a bit more than that.
All right, I shan't care about it anymore. Thank you, guys. Good to see you both. Tim Wilson from the Maxim Institute, Executive Director. We'll get the prison story out of you another time. Alexia Hilbertidou, CEO of GirlBoss.